Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at KoreanClass101.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hee. Welcome back to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. Okay, let's see what holiday we have for this video. Okay, we have April 19, Revolution Day, 4.19 혁명일. In 1960, people in South Korea protested against government because the president at the moment tried to make the election result as he wanted to have. So therefore, the first president of South Korea left Seoul and went to Hawaii. Let's see what we have. 4.19 혁명, April 19 Revolution Day. 4.19 혁명일에 사람들은 기념탑을 찾습니다. On April 19th Revolution Day, people visit the Memorial Tower. 독재정권, dictatorial government. 4.19 혁명일에 사람들은 독재 정권에 맞서 싸웠습니다. On April 19th Revolution Day, people fought against the dictatorial government. 이승만 정권, 승만 Lee government. 이승만 is the first president of South Korea and he is the one who had to leave after this revolution. With the word, you can say 4.19 혁명일 다음에 이승만 정권은 물러섰습니다, which means on April 19th Revolution Day, 이승만 government stepped down. 민주주의, democracy. With the word, you can say 많은 사람들이 민주주의를 위해서 싸웠습니다. Many people fought for democracy. 정의, which means justice. With the word, you can say 4.19 혁명일에 사람들이 원했던 것은 정의였습니다, which means on April 19th Revolution Day, what people wanted was justice. Okay, that's all we have for this video, and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hee. Welcome to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. In this video, we have Children's Day, 어린이날. Okay, let's see what we have for this holiday. 어린이날, which means Children's Day. 어린이 means children as plural. 날 means day, so it means Children's Day. With the word, you can say 저는 과자, 상자, 선물 때문에 어린이날을 기다렸습니다, which means I was looking forward to Children's Day because of the snack box. This size of box with a lot of snacks inside, it cost only about $10,000 or $10. There was a lot of cookies inside that I can have for in whole month. 방정환. 방정환 is the person's name who made the Children's Day in the early 20th century. 방정환 was the author of children's books and he brought the concept of Children's Day to Korean people. 방정환 덕분에 어린이날이 한국에서 시작됐습니다, which means Children's Day started in Korea thanks to 방정환. 어린이날 특선 만화, special animations for Children's Day. So 특선 is something like special, 만화 is like animation. So on Children's Day, you can see some popular movie on TV for free. They showed some animation named 머털도사, which is literally meaning something like a teacher with a lot of hair. 어린이날에는 어린이날 특선 만화를 보기 위해서 일찍 일어났습니다, which means I wake up early in the morning to watch the Children's Day special animations. 놀이공원, which means amusement park. The coolest thing about Korean Children's Day is that you can go to amusement park with your parents on Children's Day. In Seoul especially, we have a big amusement park inside the city, so that's very convenient to go there. With the word, you can say 어린이날에 놀이공원에 가면 놀이기구를 타기 위해서 하나당 2시간씩 기다려야 합니다, which means if you go to the amusement park on Children's Day, you have to wait for 2 hours to take a ride. 동요, which means children's song. So on Children's Day, we have 동요제, which is like children's song contest or competition. So when I was a kid, I also joined the competition with my friends and my teacher. We spent about 3 months for that contest. We didn't make it, but it was a very good experience. Na 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 na. It was going higher, so it was nice to sing. I still remember that. Wow. With the case, I can say 동요제에 참가하기 위해서 3달 동안 연습했습니다, which means I practiced for 3 months to join the competition of children's song. Okay, that was all the words that we have about Children's Day, 어린이날. Okay, then I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. 나나나나나나. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. And the holiday that we'll be talking about in this video is Buddha's birthday, 부처님 오신 날. So Buddha's birthday falls into April 8th in lunar calendar. So it's usually in the middle of May, but the date changes every year. Okay, let's see what we have. 부처님 오신 날, Buddha's birthday. It literally means the day that Buddha came. With the word, you can say 한국에서는 크리스마스와 부처님 오신 날 모두 공휴일입니다. In South Korea, Christmas and Buddha's birthday both are the national holidays. So there is no national religion, so we celebrate both of them as the national holidays. 석가모니, meaning Buddha. So Buddha has two names in Korean, 석가모니 and 부처. But when we use it with the other words like Buddha's birthday or something like that, we go with 부처 or 부처님. So with the word you can say 한국의 절에 가면 석가모니 상을 볼 수 있습니다. You can see statues of Buddha when you go to Korean temples. 절, meaning Buddhist temple. If you like hiking and you do often in South Korea, you can definitely get a chance to see a temple on the most of the mountain in Seoul. We have a lot of temples, and also you can try some meals that monks usually have, which don't have any meat, but only vegetables. With the word, you can say 절에서는 화장실을 해우소라고 부릅니다, which means in temples, bathrooms are called 해우소. So 해우소 is the name with three Chinese characters, which means the place where you release your all worries. 연등행사, Lotus Lantern Festival. Especially in big cities like Seoul, we have big Lotus Lantern festivals or 연등행사 on the big streets. So you can see Lotus Lantern around the street for about a week before the 부처님 오신 날, Buddha's birthday. So with the word you can say 부처님 오신 날 전에는 거리가 연등 행사로 환하게 밝혀집니다, which means before Buddha's birthday, the streets became brighter because of the Lotus Lantern Festival. 방생, release of captive animals. On the Buddha's birthday, people bring some small turtles or which were captured, and they release them on the river or stream to show the respect to their life. So with the word you can say 서울에 사는 사람들은 한강에서 방생을 합니다, which means people living in Seoul release the captive animals on Han River. Okay, that's all the words that we have about Buddha's birthday, 부처님 오신 날. And I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. And the holiday of this video is Memorial Day. Okay, let's see what we have. The first word is 현충일, Memorial Day. It's not the day that we celebrate it happily, but it's the day that we made for those who sacrificed their life to the other person's freedom or country's freedom. 현충일에는 조기를 겁니다, which means on Memorial Day, we raise a flag at half-mast. 묵념, meaning silent tribute. So on the Memorial Day at 10 a.m., if you're in South Korea, you can hear the silence sound around the country. And when you hear that, you have to observe the moment of silence. So with the word, you can say 현충일 행사는 묵념으로 시작합니다, which means the Memorial Day event starts with a silent tribute. 국가유공자, man of national merit. 국가 means country, 유공 is something like who has the contribution to something, and 자 means person. So it literally means someone who contributed him or herself to the country. Especially from those who are in the military service, there are people who are standing really close to North Korea's side, and sometimes they have some small wars around that area, and some people also get killed. For them, we give the medal of 국가유공자 to honor their sacrifice. With the word you can say 국가유공자가 되면 여러 가지 혜택을 받을 수 있습니다, which means if you become a man of national merit, then you can receive a lot of benefits. 순국선열, patriotic martyrs of the country. So it literally means those who sacrifice their life to the country. With the word you can say 한국전쟁 때 많은 순국 선열들은 자신의 목숨을 바쳤습니다. Which means during the Korean War, many patriotic martyrs for the country sacrificed their life. 국립묘지, national cemetery. So some people visit the cemetery to show their respect to those who sacrificed their life to the country. With the word you can say 현충일에 많은 사람들은 국립묘지를 찾습니다, which means many people visit the National Cemetery on the Memorial Day. Okay, that's all the words that we have about Memorial Day. I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, welcome back to Weekly Watch Holiday Edition. I'm Jae-hui. The holiday for this video is Constitution Day. Let's see what we have. 제헌절, Constitution Day. So with the word you can say 제헌절은 7월 17일입니다. Which means Constitution Day is on July 17th. 국회의사당, National Assembly Building. 국회의사당, National Assembly Building. So with the word you can say 제헌절 행사가 국회의사당 앞에서 열리고 있습니다. Which means the Constitution Day event is held in front of the National Assembly Building. So you can find this building in the island called Yeouido, which is at the center of the capital Seoul. 헌법, Constitution, 헌법, Constitution. So with the word you can say 헌법은 모든 법 위에 있습니다. Which means Constitution is over all the laws. 헌법 제정, enactment of Constitution. 제헌절은 헌법 제정을 기념하는 날입니다. Which means Constitution Day is to celebrate the enactment of Constitution. 준법정신, the law-abiding spirit. 준법정신, the law-abiding spirit. So here we have 준, which means to follow, 법, law, 정신, spirit. So it literally means the spirit that follows the law. So with the word you can say 한국에서는 어렸을 때부터 준법 정신에 대해서 배웁니다. Which means in Korea, since we are young, we learn about the law-abiding spirit. So at school, we even had a subject named ethic, 도덕, and learn about this kind of spirit too. Okay, that's all the words that we have about Constitution Day, which is 제헌절 in Korean. Make sure to check out the site to learn more about the Constitution Day. Then I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.
Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at KoreanClass101.com.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. I'm Jae-hui, and in this video we'll be talking about Liberation Day, which is in Korean 광복절. So 광복절, Liberation Day, is actually one of the big holidays in Korea. So for sure it's a national holiday, so people take a day off. The word 광복절 literally means the day that we bring the light back. So let's see what happened and more about this holiday. 광복절, Liberation Day. So with the word you can say 광복절은 한국 사람들에게 중요한 기념일 중 하나입니다. Which means 광복절, the Liberation Day, is one of the most important holidays to Korean people. 일본 제국주의, Japanese imperialism. 일본 제국주의에 저항하는 독립운동이 많이 있었습니다. Which means there are a lot of independent movement against Japanese imperialism. Not only inside the Korean Peninsula, we also had provisional government of Korea in Shanghai, China too, which organized the independent movement and actually some more movement to bring the freedom to Korean people from Japanese imperialism. 대한민국 정부 수립, establishment of the Republic of Korean government. So 대한민국 means Republic of Korea, 정부 means government, and 수립 is the word for establishment. With the word I can say 광복절 후 대한민국 정부 수립을 이룰 수 있었습니다. Which means after the Liberation Day, we could make the establishment of the Republic of Korea government. 독립기념관, Independence Hall of Korea. With the word you can say 광복절에 사람들은 순국선열을 기리기 위해서 독립기념관을 찾습니다. Which means on the Liberation Day, some people visit the Independence Hall to remember those who sacrificed their life for the country. I really wanted to visit the Independence Hall of Korea, but I haven't got a chance yet. I definitely want to visit there someday. 자유, freedom. So when I think about 광복절, the first word that I can think about is 자유. You can say 광복절 이후에 사람들은 진정한 자유를 느낄 수 있게 되었습니다. Which means after the Liberation Day, many people could feel the real freedom. Okay, that's all the words about 광복절, Independence Day. Check out the website to check more about this holiday. And I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. 만세! On Liberation Day, Hi everyone, welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. I'm Jae-hui, and in this video we'll be talking about Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving Day. So that's my favorite holiday because it's about family gathering and delicious food. Let's begin. Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving Day. We celebrate Chuseok or Korean Thanksgiving Day on August 15th in lunar calendar. That means that the date changes every year. So in the year of 2015 is September 27th. So with the word you can say 추석은 음력 8월 15일입니다. 추석 is on August 15th in lunar calendar. 한가위, native name of Korean Thanksgiving Day. In Korean, there's some holidays that has two names. Like for example, Thanksgiving Day, it has one name, Chuseok, which is based on Chinese characters, and 한가위, which is based on native Korean words. So Han means big and 가위 means center. So it means the biggest center, big center, or something like that. So with this word, you can say 한가위를 맞아서 부모님 댁에 갔습니다. Which means on Korean Thanksgiving Day, I went to parents' house. 강강술래, traditional Korean soccer dance play. So it's kind of very traditional, actually fun to do. You just make a big group with 20 or 30 people sometimes and just hold their hands and just circle around. It doesn't have to be with someone whom you know or with your relatives. And you can see some people doing the dance. You can just join that. It can be with anyone. In the past, people just thought that like if they just make a big group and do the dance to show the big movement, then enemy will get scared. With the word, you can say 강강술래는 적들에게 겁을 주기 위해서 했던 춤이었습니다. Which means that 강강술래 is the dance for making the enemy get scared. Songpyeon, half-moon-shaped rice cake. Yeah, actually, that's one of my favorite when I'm talking about Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving Day. Songpyeon is kind of the rice cake that has beans or sometimes sesame inside. And the color of Songpyeon are very like different. Sometimes it's green, white. You can also find something pink. You can just go to Korean traditional market and just buy a pack of Songpyeon. So with the word, I can say 추석 전날에는 가족들과 함께 송편을 만들었습니다. Which means on the day before 추석, Korean Thanksgiving Day, I made 송편 with my family. hanbok, Korean traditional clothes. Any type of traditional Korean cloth, we call it hanbok. So han means something about Korea and bok means clothes. Not many people wearing it these days because first it's expensive, but sometimes people wear it because it really gives you the atmosphere of Thanksgiving Day, 추석. If you wear 추석 and go to any Korean palaces, you can get free admission. And also if you wear hanbok and visit someone's house on Thanksgiving Day, you'll be very welcomed. Therefore, you can say 추석날에는 도시 곳곳에서 한복을 입은 사람들을 볼 수 있습니다. Which means on Thanksgiving Day, you can find people wearing hanbok here and there in the city. Okay, that's all the words about 추석, Korean Thanksgiving Day. Check out the site and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. I'm Jae-hui, and in this video we'll be talking about 개천절, National Foundation Day. So when we talk about nation here, it doesn't mean Hanguk, South Korea. It means the first country that was established in Korean Peninsula, which is called 고조선. So let's begin. 개천절, National Foundation Day. So 개천절 has three Chinese characters in it. 개 means open, 천 means sky, and 절 means the day. So it means that the day the sky opened. So with the word you can say 개천절에 대해서 이야기할 때는 고조선에 대해서 빼놓을 수 없습니다. Which means that you cannot talk about 개천절, National Foundation Day, without talking about the country 고조선. The history of the country 고조선 started from the island 강화도. 강화도, Ganghwa Island. So Ganghwa-do is the island which is located on the West Sea, which is between China and Korea. And it's very close to Seoul. So if you visit Seoul, you can also easily go to the island Ganghwa-do. On 개천절, the National Foundation Day, there are also some events happening in the island Ganghwa-do. So with the word you can say 강화도에는 버스로도 갈 수 있습니다. You can also go to Ganghwa Island by bus. So make sure to visit if you have time and you visit Seoul. geonguk, establishment of a country. So 건 means building, to build, and 국 means country. So it literally means building a country. So with the word you can say 고조선은 기원전 4333년에 건국되었습니다. Which means that 고조선 was established in before Christ 2333. 단군 신화, 단군 mythology. And here 신 means God and 화 means story. So it literally means the story of God, story about God. There's a myth saying there were like one bear and one tiger. They were asked to stay in cave for a long time, eating only garlic to become a human. And tiger gave up. He just went out. Bear stayed there until the end, and bear made it. So bear became a woman. She got married to God, and then they gave birth to the king of this country, 고조선. Yeah, so when you talk about 고조선, people will also introduce this kind of myth about bear becoming the king's mother. 단군 신화는 한국 사람들 모두가 알고 있는 이야기입니다. Which means that 단군 mythology is the story that all Korean people know about. 단군, the legendary founding father of 고조선. With the word you can say 고조선은 단군에 의해서 만들어졌습니다. Which means that the country 고조선 is made by the king 단군. Okay, that's all the words about 개천절, Korean Foundation Day. Check out the site and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. In this video, we'll be talking about hangeullal, Hangul Proclamation Day. I think you know Hangul if you're interested in Korean language. It's the Korean characters. So we don't use Chinese characters, we don't use Roman alphabets, we use only Hangul when we write or read Korean language. Let's begin! hangeullal, Hangul Proclamation Day. Hangul means Korean characters and 날 means day. This is on October 9th. You can also see many events about Hangul on TV. They make documentary about how great Hangul Korean characters are. And also there are some events for those who are learning Korean, like Korean Writing Day, Korean Speech Day that you can join if you're not native Korean speaker. With the word you can say 한글날에는 한글을 배우는 사람들을 위한 여러 가지 이벤트가 열립니다. On Hangul Proclamation Day, many events are held for those who are learning Korean characters. 세종대왕, the King Sejong. So not many kings are called with this word 대왕 because 대 means big, 왕 means king. So only those who get respect can be called with the word 대왕, which means big king, literally. It's because 세종대왕 made a lot of good things, but especially we respect his effort to make Hangul, the Korean characters, because they helped a lot of people to read books without knowing Chinese characters that much. And also, if you know Korean language, I believe that you know how easy the Hangul Korean characters are. Though you can say 세종대왕은 지금도 많은 한국 사람의 존경을 받고 있습니다. Which means that King Sejong gets a lot of respect from Korean people even these days. 조선시대, Joseon Dynasty. So even though we had Hangul since 1446, in the Joseon dynasty, people, especially the people in the high class, they still use the Chinese characters. So with the word you can say 조선 시대에는 한글이 많이 무시당했었습니다, which means that in Joseon dynasty, Korean characters were looked down. 자음, 모음, consonant, vowel. So the one reason that Korean is very easy to understand is because if you know just 14 consonants, 10 vowels, you can actually make all the sounds that you can make. For example, here is the consonant 기역, 그, and here is the vowel a, 그, a. So if you know those two, you can make 가, and if you just put another consonant, the same vowel on those two, then it can be 각. So you don't have to memorize the character for each sound. You just remember vowel and consonant, assemble that to make a sound. So with the word you can say 한국어의 자음과 모음은 하루 만에 배울 수 있습니다, which means you can learn vowels and consonants of Korean within one day. So check out the 하나하나 Hangul series. If you don't know how to read and write Korean characters, you'll be able to learn it within one day, very quickly. 주시경, the founder of modern Korean linguistics. I learned Korean linguistics when I was at a college, and 주시경 was the one person whom you have to know first. With the word you can say 주시경 선생님은 한국어 문법 발전을 위해서 힘썼습니다, which means that 주시경 put a lot of effort to develop Korean grammar. Okay, that's all the words about hangeullal, Korean Proclamation Day. Check out the site and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, welcome back to Weekly Words Holiday Edition. In Korea, we have a special holiday about snacks, which is on November 11th. Do you know what it is? In this video, we'll be talking about that holiday, Pepero Day, which is about the snacks. Pepero Day, Pepero Day. Do you know the reason why November 11th is called Pepero Day? It's because of these snacks. Like, these snacks are called pepero. It looks like chopsticks, and when you think about the actual numbers of November 11th, which will be 11 and 11, it looks like this, like 4 pepero in a row. So the company made these snacks, pepero. They started celebrating November 11th as Pepero Day so that people can buy more snacks. And now it become very popular nationwide. So people buy these snacks, pepero, on this day and give it to someone you love. So with the word you can say Pepero Day에 사람들은 빼빼로를 선물로 줍니다, which means that on Pepero Day, people give pepero as a present to the other people and eat it. Pepero, pepero. So pepero is the name of snacks, which looks like this. And usually in one box, there are like 20, 25 sticks with the chocolate covered. With the word pepero, you can say 빼빼로 데이에는 상점 밖에서 빼빼로를 파는 곳이 많이 있습니다, which means that there are a lot of places selling 빼빼로 outside the shop. That's good. 사랑을 고백하다, confess one's love. 사랑을 고백하다, confess one's love. It's kind of a special day. I think people love this Pepero Day because they can confess their love, or they can do something special for those whom they love. If you have someone who really want to confess your love, and if it is in November 11th would be the best day, because you don't have to buy a big present. You just have to buy a box of pepero or some kind of special box with the heart shape, and just give it to someone whom you love. 사랑을 고백하고 싶으면 빼빼로를 주세요. If you want to confess your love, give pepero. 주고받다, exchange. I like this verb because it's kind of conjugated. Like 주다 means to give, and 받다 means to receive. So to give, to receive became to exchange. 주고받다, to exchange. 빼빼로 데이에는 많은 사람들이 빼빼로를 주고받습니다, which means that a lot of people exchange 빼빼로 on 빼빼로 day. 뿅. 초콜릿 맛, chocolate flavored. So I have this chocolate flavored pepero. This is very traditional type of pepero, like it's coated with chocolate. And also there are a lot of different types of pepero too, actually. Like one popular version is the 딸기맛, strawberry flavored, which is pink. And also the one that I really like is the one with almond. Very tasty. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you to try the one with almonds. So with the word you can say 빼빼로데이의 가장 인기 있는 빼빼로는 초콜릿 맛 빼빼로입니다. The most popular 빼빼로 on Pepero Day is the chocolate flavored 빼빼로. Okay, that's all the words about Pepero Day, the special day about the snacks. Have you ever got any 빼빼로 on Pepero Day? Leave us a comment in Korean. I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. And there was this.
Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at KoreanClass101.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Weekly World's Holiday Edition. It's December, and in December in solar calendar system, we have a special holiday in South Korea which is called Dongji, which you can have very tasty soup. So let's see how Korean people celebrate this holiday in Korea. Let's begin. Dongji, winter solstice. Traditionally, Korean people used lunar calendar, and we still have a lot of holidays based on the lunar calendar. This Dongji falls in November. In the past, Korean people divided one year into 24, and Dongji falls into 22nd part of these 24 seasons. 동지는 음력으로 11월 달에 있습니다, which means 동지 falls into November in lunar calendar. patjuk, red bean soup. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite traditional Korean food. These days, when you go to big market, you can easily buy canned red bean soup too. But my favorite was actually the one made by my grandmother, which I really miss a lot. 동짓날에 시장에 가면 팥죽을 살 수 있습니다. You can buy patjuk, red bean soup, if you go to traditional Korean market on Dongji Day. 귀신, ghost, spirit. The reason that people eat patjuk, red bean soup, on Dongji Day is because it will make ghost, 귀신, away from you. Because we believe that 귀신, the ghost, doesn't like the red color. So in a sentence you can say 팥죽을 먹으면 귀신이 가까이 오지 않습니다. If you eat 팥죽 or red bean soup, ghost would not come closer to you. 생활용품, household items. So here we have 생활 meaning life, 용품 means tools or things, items. So it's something like items for life. So in a sentence you can say 옛날에 사람들은 동짓날에 생활용품을 함께 만들었습니다, which means in the past, people made household items together on Dongji Day. 동지부적. Most of the things about Dongji Day is about to make ghosts away from you and from the village. And there was a special this kind of paper for Dongji Day. And on the paper, there was the Chinese character for snake written on it. In the sentence, we can say 동짓날의 사람들은 벽에 동지부적을 붙였습니다, which means that on Dongji Day, people put the 동지부적, the special paper for Dongji Day, on the wall. Okay, that's all the words about Dongji, winter solstice. Okay, make sure you check the website, and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. And yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to Weekly Watch Holiday Edition. In this video, we'll be talking about a special holiday, which is 성탄절 or 크리스마스, which is Christmas in Korean. Luckily, Christmas is a national holiday in Korea, so there are a lot of things going on in South Korea. So let's begin and see what Korean people do on this special holiday. 크리스마스, Christmas Day. So besides the name 크리스마스, we also have the name for the Christmas, which is 성탄절 in Korean. So here 성 means saint and 탄 means birth, 절 means holiday. So this literally means the birthday of a saint. 크리스마스에 뭐 할 거예요? What are you going to do on Christmas Day? 산타 할아버지, Santa Claus. 할아버지 here means grandfather. I like the way how Korean people call it because it feels a little bit more closer. So we have some phrases like 좋은 일을 많이 하면 산타 할아버지가 선물을 줄 거야. If you do a lot of good things, Santa Claus will give you presents. So these days we also have a special Santa Claus, which is Santa 할머니, grandmother Santa. Unlike Mrs. Claus, who is the wife of Santa Claus, Santa 할머니, grandmother Santa, is actually just the same as Santa 할아버지, grandfather Santa. So she gives presents to children. She also travels around alone. So don't be surprised if you see Santa 할머니 on the street on Christmas Day in Korea. Carol, carol. So we use the word carol to mean carol, Christmas carol. I don't think there is another way to say it in Korean. So you can just say carol to mean songs about Christmas. In the past, like around 20 or 10 years ago, some popular Korean TV stars actually introduced their own carol songs, especially the comedians. In a sentence, you can say 성탄절날에 개그맨들은 크리스마스 캐롤을 발표합니다, which means that on Christmas Day, comedians introduce carols. 흰 눈 사이로 썰매를 타고 달리는 기분. 구세군 냄비, the Salvation Army charity pot. So the Salvation Army is very popular in Korea, especially on Christmas Day. So from the beginning of December until the Christmas Day, you can see them almost every downtown and every crowded area in Seoul. Actually, Korean people donate a lot to the 구세군, the Salvation Army, around the Christmas season. So in a sentence, you can say 명동에 가면 구세군 냄비를 볼 수 있습니다. If you go to 명동, you can find the Salvation Army charity pot. 데이트하다, to go on a date. Christmas is considered as the days for couple in Korea, not like days for family actually, unless you're married. So if you're single, you or boyfriend or girlfriend will ask you to have a date on this date, not spending a minute with your family. That's very common to see a lot of restaurants booked on this day. So if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and if you're in Korea, make sure you make a reservation in advance for Christmas Day. But if you are brave enough to spend the Christmas Day with your family, not your partner, boyfriend, or girlfriend, you can say 크리스마스 날에 데이트하지 않고 가족과 시간을 보내기로 결정했습니다. I decided to spend time with my family instead of going on a date on Christmas Day. Okay, that's all the words about Christmas Day. What is your plan for this coming Christmas? Leave us a comment in Korean. Make sure to visit our website and we'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. In this video, we'll be talking about the very first holiday of the year, which is New Year's Day. Actually, there are two different versions of the New Year's Day, and in this video, we'll be talking about both. 설날, New Year's Day. In Korean, there are New Year's Day and Old New Year's Day. The new New Year's Day is called 신정, and that is for January 1st in solar calendar. And 구정, Old New Year's Day, is for the first day of January in lunar calendar. But if you just simply say 설날, New Year's Day, people will consider that you are talking about traditional New Year's Day. So in a sentence, you can say 설날에 어디에 갈 예정이에요? Where are you planning to go on New Year's Day? 설빔, New Year's dress. Not many people have hanbok, Korean traditional dresses. So that means that not many people wear 설빔 these days on New Year's Day. So in a sentence, we can say 조카에게 설빔을 선물로 주었습니다, which means that I gave New Year's dress as a gift to my nephew. 세배, New Year's bow. On the day, the grandparents will be sitting in front of all family, and each member of the family will give the bow to the grandparents. So in the case, the bow is called 세배. So in a sentence, you can say 할아버지에게 세배를 하고 용돈을 받았습니다, which means that I gave the New Year's bow to my grandfather and received the allowance. So that kind of allowance, 용돈, is also called 세뱃돈. the money for New Year's bow. It's not the allowance that you can just get usually. It's the money from the grandparents to grandsons or sons and daughters with a wish to their health. So, like if you're a guy, you have to put your left hand over right hand and have to do the bow like that. And you have to wait for 3 seconds and just come back. If you are women, they're a little bit different, but you have to make sure that you put your right hand over left hand if you're a woman. 차례, ancestors' memorial services. So not only giving the bow to the grandparents who are still alive, we also give the New Year's bow to the ancestors too. If someone has a big family, they usually have the memorial services, which is called 차례, and put the fruits and fishes and all the different types of dishes on the table for the ancestors. And all the family members, including grandparents, the oldest family member of the family, also give the bow, New Year's bow, 세배, to the table, thinking that their ancestors should be there and celebrate the holiday together. So these days, it kind of depends on the culture of the family, so you will see. So in a sentence, you can say, 어머니는 새해 전날에 차례상을 준비했습니다. My mother prepared for the ancestors' memorial services the day before the New Year's Day. 나이를 하나 더 먹는다. I ate one more year. We use this actually a lot. When we say we got 1 year older, we actually use the verb 먹다, meaning to eat. So I can say 나이를 하나 더 먹었어, which means that I got 1 year older, but literally means that I ate one more year. I'm not sure why we started using this verb, but I think it's because first, everyone in South Korea, we get 1 year older on New Year's Day all together. No matter when your actual birthday is, in Korea, everyone gets 1 year older on the same day, which is New Year's Day. And on New Year's Day, we eat the soup with rice cake. And there's some saying that if you have 1 bowl of rice cake soup, then you can get 1 year older. If you have 2, you can get 2 years older. I think it's kind of related to this phrase. So when I was a kid, I ate, I think 5 bowls at the maximum because I want to be adult quickly. So in the case, I think I can say 나이를 하나 더 먹기 위해서 떡국을 한 접시 먹었습니다. Which means that I ate 1 dish of rice cake soup to get 1 year older. Okay, that's all the words about New Year's Day. How many dishes of rice cake soup, 떡국, do you want to have? Please leave us a comment in Korean. Make sure to visit our website and we'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.
Trying to learn Korean? Get the lessons that are perfect for you. Click here to get your free lifetime account.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hee. Welcome back to Korean Holiday Words. In this video, we'll be talking about one of the most important and biggest holidays in South Korea, which is 설날, the Lunar New Year's Day. Let's see. 설날, Korean New Year. 설날, Korean New Year. So, there are 2 New Year's Day in South Korea, which is 신정, the New Year's Day based on solar calendar, and the other one is 설날, the Lunar New Year's Day. So it usually falls in late January or February because it's based on lunar calendar. So using this word, you can say 설날은 음력 1월 1일입니다. Lunar New Year's Day is on January 1st in lunar calendar. 제사, memorial to ancestors. So 제사, memorials to ancestors, is one of the big events in 설날, New Year's Day. So people prepare food on the big table, fish, meat, fruits, rice, and something that ancestors like grandfather, grandmothers liked. And then whole family gather together and bow to the ancestors, considering that they are sitting behind the table to show the respect and show the thankness to the ancestors. 설날에는 제사를 지내기 위해서 큰 집에 갑니다, which means on a New Year's Day, we go to the big house to have the memorial to ancestors. Here I use the word 큰 집, which literally means big house, which can be something like the house which has the oldest son of the family. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Please receive a lot of luck in the new year. Like you say Happy New Year on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve to friends, to your family. You can use this phrase to anyone you meet on the New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So 새해 복 많이 받으세요 literally means please receive a lot of luck in the New Year's Day, or you can translate it as Happy New Year. With friends, because this phrase is in formal Korean, you can convert it into informal Korean and say 새해 복 많이 받아 to your friends to mean Happy New Year. In a sentence, you can say 새해 복 많이 받으세요 라고 이야기하면서 할아버지에게 절을 했습니다, which means I bow to my grandfather saying Happy New Year. 떡국, 전. 떡국 and 전, the traditional foods eaten during 설날. 떡국 means a rice cake soup. So 떡 means rice cake and 국 means soup. So the soup has a lot of rice cakes inside. And it tastes a little bit salty because it has seaweed inside too. And it's considered that if you have one bottle of rice cake soup, 떡국, then you get 1 year older this year. So when I was a kid, I wanted to get older and older faster than the other, my friends. So I just had 2 or 3 bowls of 떡국, rice cake soup, so that I can be like 2 years older than my friends. And the other food is 전. 전 is kind of pancake with beef, meat, very small one with the vegetables too. So it's very oily but very tasty. So if you visit someone's house on New Year's Day, or if you go to a traditional market, you can easily get 전 and try it. In a sentence, we can say 설날 전날에 어머니가 떡국과 전을 만드셨습니다, which means on New Year's Eve, my mother prepared rice cake soup and 전. 윷, Yunnori, traditional board game played during Korean New Year. So we have a special board game for New Year's Day, which is called Yunnori. Yud is kind of the wood stick, which has like upper side is rounded and bottom side is flat. And for the game, we throw out 5 sticks, 5 yud, and see how many sticks have rounded side up and flat side down. The rule is very simple, so I believe you'll be able to master it very easily, and it's very fun. Like it takes about 30 minutes to finish the game, and with the multiple players, you can actually group them into 2 and play it all together with 10 or 20 people at the same time. In a sentence, you can say something like 윷놀이를 하기 위해서 집 밖으로 나갔습니다, which means I went outside home to play the 윷놀이. Okay, that's all the words about 설날, New Year's Day in South Korea. If you have any questions, leave them below and please make sure to subscribe. I'll see you next time. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Happy New Year! Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Korean Weekly Words Holiday Edition. And in this video, we'll be talking about Independence Movement Day. In Korean, that's 3.1절. 3.1절, Independence Movement Day. So this word literally means 3-1 day because this movement, independent movement, happened on March 1st. So in a sentence, we can say 내일이 3.1절이어서 독립기념관에 갈 겁니다, which means that tomorrow is Independent Movement Day, so I'll be going to Independent Movement Hall. That 기념관 is in the city named Cheonan, which takes about 2 hours by a train from Seoul. 서대문 형무소, 서대문 prison. So you can still see this prison when you go to Seoul. The Korean government used this prison as the real prison until 1987. So in a sentence, you can say that 순국선열을 기리기 위해서 서대문 형무소를 방문했습니다. I visited 서대문 prison to memorize those who died for their country. 류관순, an organizer in March 1st movement known for her peaceful protest. So when people are talking about 3.1절, the Independent Movement Day, there are some people whom we always think about, and 류관순 is one of those people. So in a sentence, I can say 류관순 열사는 고등학생 때 3.1 운동에 참가했습니다, which means that 류관순 participated in an independent movement when she was in high school. 태극기를 달다, to hang a Korean national flag. 태극기를 달다, to hang a Korean national flag. So here we have the word 태극기, which means Korean national flag. Since Independent Movement Day is a very important day for Korean people, we do 태극기를 달다 to hang a Korean national flag for this day. So in a sentence you can say 집에 태극기를 달려고 태극기를 샀습니다. I bought a Korean national flag to hang at home. 대한독립 만세. Long live Korean independence. So people chanted this phrase for this Independent Movement Day. In a sentence, you can say that 사람들은 거리에서 대한독립 만세를 외쳤습니다. Which means that people chanted long live Korean independence on the street. Okay, that's all the words about 3.1절, the Independence Movement Day. Please make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 만나요. 안녕히 계세요.